This is Daisy. At first glance, you might think she's a raccoon. Then you may think, no, she's a bear, but look at that nose. What is she?
Why, she's a coati. Daisy was part of a previous exhibit at the Salisbury Zoo, an exhibit, by the way, which is coming back. And here to tell us more about it, Jamie Nichols, who's the development supervisor with the Salisbury Zoo, as well as Hannah Buchek, who is an animal care technician 3 at the Salisbury Zoo. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's wonderful to see you.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
Tell us about the coati.
So coatis are a South American mammal. They can be found, though, as far north as like Texas here in the United States. They're Central America. And they're related to raccoons, which is why you guys thought that's what it might be. They're really cool, small carnivores, because the girls live in these giant groups. So you'll see groups of a ton of these different little coatis sometimes when you're traveling. And if it's a big group, it's all girls.
Really?
Yeah. And then the boys live by themselves, which is just so odd. That was such a weird thing.
Oh, no, I can understand that. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're saying.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say that for a long time, people thought that the boys were a totally different species of animal.
Really?
Because when you have a group of 4 to 40 girls all together, and then you see this other one by itself, there's no way that can be the same thing.
Girl squad.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, as we mentioned, coatis are not new to the Salisbury Zoo. There was a previous exhibit.
Yeah. We've had coatis at the zoo for a very long time. And some people might remember them over where our current Morgan Center is a long time ago. And then they moved in front of where our bistro is. And that's where we'll be putting a new exhibit. So at this point in time, if you come by, you'll see there's nothing there. It is a blank slate.
Right.
And we're ready to redo it to make it so much fun for our guests like y'all. It's going to be fun for the animals. And it's also going to be really good for us, the staff, as well.
So can you kind of give us a peek of what it will look like when you get it done?
I think Hannah probably could tell a little bit more about that because it's changed a couple times, the design. So.
Oh, okay.
But I know that the coati, what is called the bistro, which is our concession stand, will now be the new coati cafe as well, which will be right with it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There'll be a big building in the middle with a window. So during the winter, you guys will actually be able to see them, even if they're inside in the heat. Okay. And then there are going to be 2 yards. There's going to be one where we can have a group of girls, hopefully, and then one where we can have that bachelor pad, so that hopefully we can have both boys and girls at the zoo again.
Where the guy stays out of the way.
Of course, building something new at the zoo requires funding, and you're having a fundraiser, and that's where the Wild Vibes Festival comes in. Tell us about that.
Yep. So Wild Vibes is going to be this wonderful new music festival that it's going to be our inaugural event that's going to be every year, and it's going to raise funds for something different at the zoo every year. So this year we're focusing on the coati exhibit, but we're going to have 3 amazing bands. Judy Plays the Blues, The Larks, and Josh Pryor, and we are putting them on our brand new Holly Circle stage that we just built. And so it's going to be a really fun time. We partnered with a lot of local breweries and wineries that are going to be there. We're going to have some games and food trucks, and so it's going to be a really great time.
So we heard there's going to be another great feature. Is that the stage?
It is.
Wow.
Yep. So we actually have torn down our old stage right now where it was previously on the lawn. Very soon, in the next couple weeks, a new pavilion will be going up there to replace that stage. But in the meantime, we needed something else, so we built a new stage in our Holly Circle on the opposite side of our zoo, and we've cleared it out, and it's really nice. So we can't wait to feature that too.
Nice.
We were just talking before we came back on air about how special the Salisbury Zoo is. What is it that you think that makes it so special?
For me, I mean, I'm not originally from the Eastern Shore, so I moved here 10 years ago now, and coming here and going to the zoo for the first time, and I walked in and I didn't have to pay a fee or anything like that, and I got to see all these animals fairly close up, where you think if you go to larger zoos how far back you might be from actually seeing those animals was really incredible for me, and to be able to now bring my family there is really special.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic place.
How about you, Hannah?
Truly is.
My favorite part about the zoo is that we're free. Anybody from the Eastern Shore can come to our zoo, no matter your background, your circumstances. Anybody can come, and they can see animals, some of which you can find right here in the United States, but I've seen bison in the wild, but I don't know if you guys ever have. So you can come, you can see our bison, you can see other animals, prairie dogs, right? They live here in the States, but they're far away.
Right.
And then you can see other animals that are from much farther away, like our Andean bears, or if you're very lucky, you might see our sloth, but she does sleep during the day, so it's kind of like winning the lottery. But those are the memories.
You were also saying beautiful colors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This time of year, if you come before all these leaves finish falling,
Right.
the beautiful orange and yellows are reflecting off of the water. So if you look at the alpacas, you'll see this beautiful background. Yeah.
Okay, so the where's and the whens, well, we know the where's. Give us the event details.
So the event is next Saturday, November 9th,
Okay.
from 1 to 5. I will say this is one of our first and only adult-only events, so you have
Okay.
to be 21 and older to come.
Right.
But it is 1 to 5 next Saturday, and please come out. It's going to be a great time.
Wild vibes.
Wild
Yeah,
vibes.
Vibes Festival.
Come vibe with us.
I love it. I love it. Hannah and Jamie, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Absolutely.
having us.